Now we are going to look at the eligibility for the seats. Okay, so in eligibility of the seats, we are going to look at the different types of nativity and the categories. So the first is Keralite category. Under Keralite category, there are two types of eligibility that is mentioned. First is the candidate should be of Kerala origin. So candidates who are of Kerala origin, they will automatically come under Keralite category. So these kind of candidates are eligible for all the seats and also for all the reservation. So the second type is children of All India Service Officer who come under Kerala cadre. So in this type of eligibility, these candidates are also eligible for all the seats, but they do not have any reservation or fee concession benefits. The second type or category is non-Keralite category 1. So in non-Keralite category 1, there are three types of eligibility that are mentioned. The first is children of non-Keralite parents who belong to a government of India or defense service, and they are posted to Kerala. Okay, and these candidates should have gone qualifying course in Kerala. That means they should have finished their 12th standard in Kerala. That is type number 1. And the second type is the candidate is resident of Kerala for at least 5 years in their 12 years of study. In the 12 years of study, they should have been a resident of Kerala for 5 years. This is the second type of eligibility. The third type of eligibility is the candidate should have undergone school studies in Kerala from 8th standard to 12th standard. Okay, this is the third type of eligibility. So for these three types of eligibility, let's look at what seats they are eligible for. So non-Keralite category 1 candidates will be considered against state merit seats. Okay, they'll be considered against state merit seats, but they will not be eligible for any communal reservation or any fee concession benefits. Next we'll go to non-Keralite category 2 candidates. So these are candidates who are from outside of Kerala and they want to enroll in Kerala for MBBS or BDS. So these candidates do not come under Keralite category or non-Keralite 1 category. These candidates come under NK2 category. So in NK2 category, the candidates will not be eligible for any government seats. So government seats they will not be eligible for, but in private colleges, they will be eligible for 15% of the seats. And like the previous category, these candidates will not be eligible for any type of reservation or fee concession benefits. Next, we'll go to the certificates that prove the nativity. So in the three categories, we'll look at what certificates are required. So for Keralite category, the first type is secondary school leaving certificate of the candidate showing birth of place in Kerala. So secondary school leaving certificate is 10th standard certificate. So in 10th standard certificate, if there is a birthplace of Kerala, then that certificate will be accepted. The second type of certificate is one of the parents school leaving certificate showing birth of place in Kerala with a certificate for relationship proof between parent and the candidate. So if your parent if your parent is born in Kerala, then you can show their 10th standard certificate saying that they are born in Kerala, and you have to produce a certificate to show that the parent and the candidate are related. Okay, so this can be proven by either a passport or any other certificate which has the parent's name and the candidate's name in the same certificate. The third type of certificate is candidate's Indian passport showing birthplace in Kerala. So candidates passport showing birthplace in Kerala, or one of their parents passport showing birthplace in Kerala, and they also have to produce a certificate showing the relationship proof between the parent and the candidate. So the fourth type is candidate's birth certificate. So if you have a birth certificate and in the birth certificate it's given that you are born in Kerala, then that can be produced, or you can use your parents' birth certificate which shows that they are born in Kerala, and you need to produce one more additional certificate to show that the parent and the candidate are related. So whenever you are using your parent certificate or proof, then you need to produce an additional certificate which shows that the parent and candidate are related. So the fifth certificate is a certificate from village officer or Tahsildar to show that the candidate or his or her parent was born in Kerala. So you can directly go to a village officer or Tahsildar and get a certificate from them to show that you or your parent was born in Kerala. Okay, so any of these certificates are you can produce any of the certificate to show that you are a Keralite. So the last certificate is a certificate showing that the parent of the candidate is an all India service officer. So this is the second type of eligibility that we saw. This is for children of all India service officers. They have to produce a certificate showing that the parent of the candidate is an all India officer allotted to the Kerala cadre. Okay, so the format is given in the annexure, which is given in the annexure 35. You can look at it. And next we'll go to non-Keralite category 1 candidates. So let's look at what documents they have to produce. So non-Keralite category 1 candidates, a certificate from the head of the organization where the candidate's parent is serving. So for non-Keralite category 1, we saw that they have to be a government of India or a defense personnel who is posted to Kerala. Okay, so they have to get a certificate from their head of organization showing that the candidate's parent is serving there or served there. Okay, and next condition for that is the candidate should have finished their 12th in Kerala. So they also have to produce a certificate showing that they have completed their 11th and 12th studies in Kerala, and the format is given in the annexure. You can take a look at it. This is one type of certificate. So, or you can produce a certificate of residence in Kerala. So, we said that 5 years of residence is needed to be there for the NK1 category. So, to prove that you have been a resident of Kerala for 5 years, you have to produce a certificate. And the certificate format is given in the annexure. The third type is the candidate has to prove that they have completed their 8th standard to 12th standard in Kerala. Okay, so that certificate also needs to be produced. That also the format is given in the annexure. And last we come to non-Keralite category 2 candidates. So non-Keralite category 2 candidates should upload their certification of completion of qualifying examination, which is the 12th standard. They have to produce that a certificate showing that they have completed their 12th standard examination. This is a different certificate, which is the format is given in the annexure. Candidates can look at the format and they can get it filled out, and few signature from the principal of the school will be needed, and maybe their seal will also be needed. So take a look at the annexure. The format is given that can be used, or the candidate, if they have a passport, then they can use the passport to prove that they are a citizen of India. So these documents will need to be uploaded into the application form. So next we look at NRI eligibility. So for NRI candidates, who is eligible for NRI as an NRI candidate? So let's look at it. Applicant who is dependent on his or her father. So either father, mother, brother, they should be the candidate should be dependent on them and they should be working abroad. Okay, so this is one of the eligibility. So the second type is husband or wife. So their spouse, if they are working in abroad, then the candidate is eligible, or brothers and sisters of father or mother. So basically that is uncle or aunt from the father side or mother side, they will be eligible. And inclusive, it says inclusive of first cousins. So if you have uncle or aunt on your father side or mother side, their son or daughter will also be eligible to provide support for NRI. Next, half brother or half sister or adopted father or adopted mother working abroad is eligible to apply under NRI quota. So if you satisfy one of these conditions, then you can apply as a NRI candidate. Okay, so next we look at what documents are required. Passport copy and visa attested by the embassy or consulate authorities. Other is a green card or OCA card of the respective sponsors. So if you have a sponsor, they need to produce these documents and it needs to be attested by the embassy or consulate. The job of a sponsor should be mentioned in any of the above documents. So the documents that you produce, what job the sponsor is doing, that will also need to be mentioned. A visa of the sponsor should be valid till the closing date of admission in respect of medical and medical allied courses. So the sponsor is there, right? So they'll have a visa. The visa should be valid till the closing date of the admissions. Okay, so that is another point. Third point is, in case the employment of the sponsorer is not mentioned in the above documents, the candidate should produce a employment certificate of the sponsorer attested by the embassy or consulate. So the sponsorer has to go to the embassy or consulate and they have to get an employment certificate and they have to produce it to be applicable for the NRI quota. Last is the certificate establishing, clearly establishing the relationship of the sponsorer with the candidate shall be obtained from the revenue authorities. So if the candidate is the uncle or aunt of the candidate, then they have to get a certificate from the embassy to show that this is the relationship between the sponsorer and the candidate. Okay, so if a mother or father is sponsoring for the candidate, then they can also use their 10th certificate or 12th certificate if their parents' name is mentioned. That is one additional point.